Hi, if you're Hi, if you're a Virgo born August 23rd to September 22nd, what can you expect for the month of September 2017? Let's tune in and find out. So, Virgos, you're gonna have to be tough with yourself because so much of your attention is gonna want to go outward to judge that you're gonna have to like restrict and pull back so that you don't, right? Because it is your natural ability to see things, to see the flaws, to see what's wrong. And this month it's really going to be amplified or in your face, kind of everything that's wrong. And it could drive you a little nutty or crazy. So you're going to have to just pause, push back, relax, take a deep breath, and really force yourself to kind of let go and just to feel what's possible, right? And to allow for something else to be discovered. Now, sometimes it's really valuable, but when it's too much, when like everything is talking to you all at once about what's wrong with the world, it will drive you crazy and will make you, you want to put your head under the covers. So to avoid that, just take some deep breaths, calm down. I'm sure there's a lot of great things about this month that's going to happen as well, like your birthday. So let's see. Let's start with relationships, okay? So we've got anyone who's in a committed relationship. Let's see what's in store for you for this month. You're really going to be able to, this is nice. You're going to be able to actually speak up and actually ask what you need. So this is a big shift for you. Generally Virgos tend to overgive. You tend to take care of everybody else. You tend to, it's like the Virgin, right? You do everything for everyone else. There's a lot of Virgos can even be martyrs. They just do so much. They're endlessly giving for others. And in this month, you're going to have an opportunity to ask for your needs to be met. There's going to be kind of like this break or shift where you can actually say, hey, I need this from your partner, or can you provide this, or will you, stop doing that and maybe look at doing it like this. So with your relationship, there's an opportunity for you to actually say what you need and to be able to allow your partner to give it to you. So which means you can actually receive, Virgos. So this is a great twist for you to be able to slow down long enough to let somebody else give it to you instead of having to demand for it or correct it before they even, a lot of times, Virgos can see something that's wrong and then they just want to go in and get it done because you get it done, right? And you don't have the patience to let somebody else to do it. So what there is to do is to slow down, take a breath, and then to be able to ask for what you need instead of going and doing it yourself. Okay, so in your relationships, in your romantic relationships, this would be a really big win for you if you allow yourself to do that. Now, for those of you that are saying, they're never going to change, why bother? We've been together for 10 years or 50 years, whatever it is. If you keep putting people in the same box, you're never going to be able to see them differently. So be willing to be wrong. Be willing to be wrong that your partner will maybe do something differently. If you approach it differently, which right away is just asking for what you need in a soft way, proposing or even saying, what I realized about myself, it must be really hard for you, it must be really frustrating for you to try and do nice things for me because I'm always, doing them myself, or I always find kind of like what's wrong. You want to set the table for me at night and I see that the fork is on the wrong side, right? Like those sorts of things, So if you can have some empathy or compassion for how hard it is to give to a Virgo because you guys see everything, right? Then, and if you let go of having to push so hard, what can happen then is the relationship can change, okay? And by the way, that's such a great gift that you have the ability to see what's needed or what needs to be changed. That's a skill that everybody needs to have. And it's amazing that you're able to do that. So what we want to do though is just soften it because this month it's going to be more intense. And you want to be able to receive and learn to receive in spite of the flaws or in spite of what isn't perfect, okay? Now, for those of you that are single looking for love, what's in store for you this month? Okay, so don't turn that hypercritical voice inward on yourself and start demeaning yourself. What's wrong with you? You know, you're not fat enough, you're not thin enough, you're not tall enough, you're not short enough, you're not smart enough, you're not sensitive enough. You know, you talk too much, or you don't put yourself out there, or the vice versa, right? You're going to have to learn to kind of quelch that voice and just be able to learn to receive. So if you can start to get out of your own way and just have fun with no expectations, then a relationship has a time or an opportunity to breathe, and you may have an opportunity to be able to connect with somebody new. Especially I like around the end of the month. There's another new moon at the end of the month, September 20th, and that's your new moon in Virgo, and I think that will really be able to give you an opportunity to take more in, or to be able to correct yourself in relationships where you can actually start to receive and kind of calm that voice down inside so you can actually receive more. Okay, so let's look at career and money for Virgos. So I see you really, you know, there's something really big that can happen this month, but don't get caught in the minutia of nickel and diming things here that takes away from the big thing at the end of the month. So what you want to be able to do this month is take advantage of the flow of things that are happening around you, and loss can be a problem. So, you know, and also teeth are coming up. So some of you could have some health issues, teeth issues, right? Dental work. So it could be that you're going to have to put laying out some money for your teeth, or for braces, or, you know, jaw, that sort of thing, like the mouth is showing up. So you want to make sure that, you know, you have money set aside and you have that ability to do that. On a positive note, there is an ability to be able to, you know, squirrel away money, right, is what I want to say. Like, I feel like you guys are great at being able to have an eggs nest. So there's more opportunity to add that. So whatever little money needs to go out for a health issue, whether it's, like I said, anything around the face or mouth, that it is temporary, right? That you are able to get more money in, so that handles itself. So I don't want you to be stressed about it. You guys, if anybody, know how to, like, you know, be able to manage money. So it's I feel like it's fine. Yeah, I also think that this is if you take time to look and see what you have, you'll be more equipped to handle any surprises, any sudden surprises or expenses. You know, Mercury is still retrograde until September 5th. And a lot of times this is a good time to relook at your finances and redo them, create a different budget, add a little more in your safety zone, right, for your emergency fund. So it just feels like you may have some unexpected health things that come up. And they don't feel serious to me. They just feel like maintenance on the body, right? Like if you got all of a sudden you need a root canal, that's maintenance on the body, right? It's like that sort of thing. So just be aware these are things that can happen this month, and looking at your finances to make adjustment around that would be good. And then the other thing is just reassuring you that there is enough, and that you will be able to make ends meet, and you will be able to get a bridge loan if you need it or whatever, or the dentist might have a loan there to help you, or if you're considering, if you have some sort of other emergency, it just feels like there is a bridge loan there that can happen. And it doesn't necessarily have to be for you, it can be for something else. And it doesn't have to be serious either, right? Like we can all of a sudden, your car can break down, God forbid, right? And then you need, new tires, right? It's these things but some of us who live from paycheck to paycheck, that can be scary. But just want to reassure you that there's flow. There is money and there's flow for these obstacles. Okay, now let's look at your health. I feel shoulders coming into issue, and some of you may have been dealing with shoulder issues or stress, headaches. And that's just because you take on so much. And this month, it feels like you finally start to unwind some of those things, like my shoulders, my neck, my face. I feel like they're coming up to be completed and healed. So I feel like whatever has been, giving you torment can be corrected this month. So this is the month for you. Take care of you. So if you need to see a doctor, you need to see a certain massage therapist or a healer or a chiropractor, I feel like you have the money, you have the time, you have the resources, and you're guided to the right individual to actually help you heal. So this is a month about you to get healing and emotional healing, also to get what you need, and sometimes that means releasing grief and letting go of unspoken grief and sadness. So some of you may be dealing with and struggling with grief as well, in which case, the right therapist or healer will be provided to help you, or clergy, to be able to move through old grief that might surface and to really let go. But the good news is whatever health thing, whether it's emotional or physical, that you're dealing with, or even spiritual challenges, the right person is within arm's length to meet your needs, so you can actually just blossom. I see this month like you come in kind of wilted and tired, and by the end of the month, you're just blossoming and full and open, and it's your month, right? And, historically, we know that it can be a little touch and go with September. We look at there's in prophecy, there's a big judgment around September 23rd potentially happening. We also have this year the holidays of Rosh Hashanah on the 21st and 22nd. So there's these windows in time where we can actually change ourselves and make a difference for ourselves. And whether that the prophecy that's out there on September 23rd that has to do with the Bible and the Blessed Mother and all these things, whether or not that actually happens, it feels more like this is a very personal time for us to take advantage for ourselves, as opposed to harsh judgment. And we've seen a lot of harsh judgment in the world in the terms of terrorism and things like that. So this is a time to take care of you, right? Nurture you, take care of you. And when we all make these little adjustments internally, correct ourselves, correct our tongue, correct our criticism, correct our need to judge others, and especially for Virgos, right? When you correct that, you're correcting the world. Because when you make a little turn, it's like shock waves everywhere else. So, when we see these things on the news, these horrific things that happen in the world, when we make the slight adjustment here and talk differently to our neighbor or our spouse or our kids or our coworker, and we pause a little bit, and so that we can react differently, we are affecting the world. So just know that your adjustments that you make in the month of September will help make the world a better place. So it's just that energetic connection that we all share. And because this is the month of Virgo, you're a prime candidate to really make the difference, okay? So, and then we also have we just had the huge eclipse on the 21st of August, and that is still moving us forward for the next 6 months. So maybe some of you have dealt with some big shakeups in your life, and this is also about an opportunity for us to play more and to be more responsible and to do more healing on ourselves. So this may be part of that, what's going on for you, what's being shaken up in your life. All right, let's see if there's anything unexpected for you Virgos for this month. Yeah, oh, this is nice. Resilience. You're going to be surprised how resilient you are. That things in the past that would have upset you, you're like, doesn't bother me. So this is really good news. This means that you have spiritually progressed. And I don't see it like you're checked out and run down, run over. I don't see it like that. I see more like you've progressed above, and the things that maybe people would have said to you before would have really gotten under your skin or hurt you. Now it's like, you know what? Whatever. So there's this real relief in not being so sensitive to either your own criticism or to other people's criticisms. And so I feel like there's this great relief about at the end of September, like, wow, I'm feeling better. I feel good. I feel like I fit in. I'm feeling safe. I'm feeling comfortable, and I'm finally getting my needs met. So this real opening for you guys to really get what you want for a change, and without having to push for it or work so hard for it or slave for it, just by asking. So this is a huge month for you guys. It's about slowing down so you can receive more. Okay, Virgos? All right, I really like that because I have so many Virgo friends who work so hard, including my mother, and who don't ask for anything because they just do it themselves. So this is a really exciting thing for me to be able to pick up and actually see the potential for what's available for you guys, for all my Virgo people I love. Okay, so just know that it's your responsibility though, right? To be able to speak up and to be soft about it and to be able to move forward and to be able to receive what you need. Okay, you guys, have an amazing month. Happy birthday to all you Virgos. Lots of love to you. If you like my intuitive astrology, please click like and share it with your friends, and feel free to comment below. I'll come back and swing around and respond. All right, lots of love to you all.